Hi, Assalamualaikum. Welcome back to my channel. Eid Mubarak to everybody who celebrated Eid. Today's video is going to be get ready with me kind of a video, which is how I got ready on Eid. This is the look. And I'm going to show you the dress in the end. So keep watching till the end. Without delay, let's go and get into the video. So we're gonna go and start with the base. For base, first I'm gonna go and moisturize my face. This is the L'Oreal Hydra Genius Aloe Water. Okay. I'm gonna let it sit for close to say a minute or two, and I'll be back. And for primer, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless primer. So I prime my face, and after that I'm going to apply my foundation. This is my favorite foundation, the Fit Me foundation. And I'm in the shade 120. So last night I had exfoliated my skin with a new face pack, which I shared on Instagram. If you do not follow me on Instagram, please go and follow me on Instagram, because I do a lot of DIYs there as well. So yeah. Once I've used the brush, I'm going to go and take my Real Technique sponge and just dab everything in. This will make sure that you don't have any harsh lines. For concealer, I will be using the Makeup Revolution concealer in shade C10. This is a very nice creamy concealer. I really like it. Concealer done. I'm going to go and set everything with the translucent powder, and the powder that I'm going to use is the 𝐏𝐫𝐶𝐝 powder. So I'm going to take the same Real Technique sponge that I use, and I'm going to dab it under my eyes. Side of my nose, my smile lines. Basically my T-zone. I do not powder my entire face is because I have very dry skin. After that, I'm just going to go and make my brows. My brows, I'm going to use NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. I'm going to do my brows off camera and I'll be back. So brows done. Okay, now I'm still a little confused what to do today for today's makeup, is because we're going to be indoors. I don't want to do too much, but it's Eid and I want to do something. So for today's look, I'm going to go and use the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and see these beautiful colors. So for primer, I am going to use the Makeup Revolution primer. Makeup Revolution concealer. Honestly, I was just feeling very lazy to get a eye primer from the drawer. Concealers really work well as eye primers. So honestly, you really don't have to get a separate eye primer, unless and until you're using really light concealer. Now, just to set everything so that nothing starts creasing, I'm gonna go and use a fluffy brush and just set everything just with the 𝐿 translucent powder that I used. So if you're thinking, where did I get this unicorn brush? My nieces had got for me from Miniso, and they're really very nice. Thank you. So for transition shade, I'm going to use the shade Sandalwood, this shade. I will try and keep it as soft as possible because I'm not going out anywhere, but I get very excited for Eid. I'm going to do the same transition shades in the other eye. So transition shade has been done, and I'm gonna go and use the shade Henna from this palette, a little darker brown shade that is there. And I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush, okay, and just dip little and just dab it at the end. Just make sure you go in a circular motion to diffuse the color at the edges, and keep it very, very minimum inside your lid. Just keep everything at the outer corner and take little at a time because the shades are very pigmented, and so you don't want to do too much at one go. Can you see? Wow, I really like it. So let's do the same thing on the other eye. So both side I've gone and done the edges. Now I'm just a little confused whether I should take moon dust or I should take bubbly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little bit of bubbly, and I'm gonna use moonlight dust as well, okay? So, and I'm gonna do this with my ring finger. I'm keeping a very, very light hand, okay, because I do not want too much shimmer, but we'll get to that. We'll decide that later.
I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye.
So I feel we need a little more shimmer, so I'm gonna go and take the moon dust, and I'm just gonna dab it only in the center of my lid. Take your blending brush and just diffuse the color. Just take your blending brush and just diffuse the color. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go with Sandalwood and Henna, these two shades that we use initially in the lower lash line, just to put everything together. So we start with Sandalwood, which is a lighter brown shade. Then on the outer corner, I'm just going to take Henna. So I've just blended everything together. Okay. Now what you can do is now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a black kohl pencil, okay, and I'm going to tightline it and apply it as a kajal. And we'll go and smoke this out. Okay. And what I'm gonna do next is after smoking the lower lash line, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the black shade in this, okay, and just apply it on my upper lash line, very, very close to the lash lines. It's like you're drawing an artificial lash line to it. Don't go overboard. You can also apply eyeliner if you want, but this is going to give you a very soft look with it. Okay. You can see the difference both the eyes. I'll do the same thing on the other eye and I'll be back. Okay, all right. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and take a small brush and just highlight my brow bone, and for that I'm going to use the same shade, which is Bubbly. This palette has such beautiful shades.
Oh my god.
Now let's try and finish the entire face. For bronzer, highlighter and blush, I'm going to use the Benefit Cheek Parade palette. We're going to use the Hoola bronzer with an angular brush.
I'm gonna just squeeze it. Take it.
For blush, I'm going to go and use these two shades. These are my favorite blush shades. I'm going to add a little bit on my nose. It kind of gives you a very natural finish. Yeah. I just like adding blush every single place. Okay. After that, I'm going to go and add the highlighter. I'm going to go and use this highlighter that is available. No? I think for highlighter, I will just redo it. I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Chrome palette. Ah! Why is it not opening? Ah, okay.
I'm gonna add that on the nose. Keep it though. And whatever's remaining, I'm just gonna put it on the high points of my cheeks.
Set everything. I'm going to go and use the NYX setting spray. For mascara, I'm going to use the Bourjois mascara. Mascara done, and the last thing that I do is apply lipsticks. For lipsticks, I'm going to use two shades of Maybelline. One is the Clay Crush and the other one is Touch of Spice. So I'm going to go and use Touch of Spice first. Okay, after that I'm going to use Clay Crush. So this is the final look. I will change in my outfit and I'll be back. So this is the final look. I hope you guys like it. Thank you for watching. Do follow me on all social media. Be home, be safe, and stay healthy. I love you all. Mwah.